Welcome to Carbonize This. Today we're going to show you how to make charcloth out of several different types of fabric. Then at the end we're going to test each one to see which one makes the best fire starter. Today we're going to carbonize 3 different items. We've got these cotton ripstop pants, these old pair of cotton shorts, and this old terry cloth towel. You can also create charcloth in an old Altoids tin on a campfire, and we're going to show you how to do that as well. So we're going to put the shorts in first, then the terry cloth towel, and last we're going to do the pants. Time to seal it up. We've got things sealed up and I want to show you guys how this works. Basically, we've got a firebox that's going to heat up this barrel. This barrel is sealed on both ends, but there is a small hole in the middle. So what will happen is as things heat up in here, the volatile compounds are going to leave and go out that hole into the firebox to be burned off. And it's going to leave the carbon behind in these items. This Altoid tin is going to mimic these same conditions. We've got cloth on the inside. We're going to seal it up. We've got a hole in it. We're going to take this and put it in the firebox. So it'll act the same way as the items in here. All the volatile compounds will leave and it'll leave behind the carbon inside of the Altoids tin. Next, I'm going to light the fire. Lastly, I'm going to put the sealed container directly in the fire. And this is going to simulate what a lot of people do when they create charcloth in a campfire. We're going to let this burn for several hours, and then once it cools down, we'll show you the results. At the end of this video, we'll take some of that charcloth and we'll show you how to use it to start a fire. It's the next morning. Let's check on the charcloth first. Now it's important to make sure everything's cooled down before you check on your charcloth. There's a little spot of ignition right here, but by and large it's intact, and we will show you how to use this at the end of the video. Here are the shorts. A little piece of charcloth that we could use as a fire starter. Next up is the terry cloth towel that we chose. We're going to tear a little patch out for our experiment. There we go, we'll save that. All right, here are the pants that we carbonized. We'll rip a little test patch here. We're going to show you how to use the charcloth. Now, obviously, if we've got a lighter, we could just use it. So, what is the benefit of charcloth? Well, if you're using a fire starter that throws a spark, like a flint and steel, when that spark hits that charcloth, it'll almost immediately create a nice ember. And then that ember is slowly going to burn, and then you use that ember to then light your tinder. Without the charcloth, it's a lot harder to get that spark to light the tinder. Okay, let's try it out. For our tinder, we've got some dried grass and some shavings from a cedar tree. We're going to put the charcloth right there on top of the cedar. And then we're going to strike our flint and steel right onto that charcloth, and it should create a nice ember for us. There he goes. There we go. So that's how you use charcloth to start your tinder. So the charcloth we just used was made from an old t-shirt. We've got charcloth here made from these cotton shorts, the terry cloth, and then the ripstop pants. So we're going to see which one of these lights better and holds that ember for longer. We've got the embers there on these shorts. Little ember here on the pants, not seeing anything in the terry cloth. Let's try the terry cloth again. So yeah, the terry cloth is not creating a nice ember, so that would not be good charcloth. The shorts are doing great. All right, there's a few little embers. I think the winner is going to be the shorts here. Terry cloth, nothing. The pants, got a little ember right there. So what we want is a material that catches that spark and creates an ember easily, and also does not burn up immediately. And I think the shorts are the winner. I mean, the pants look a little bit slower burning, but it was harder to light the pants. And the terry cloth, I mean, I cannot seem to get it lit. Yeah, it is just not creating an ember. I wonder if I can get it to light with the lighter. That little bit right there is some of the magnesium from the rod. No, it is not. Of course, I caught the grass on fire. So terry cloth towels would not make good char cloth. An old pair of shorts or the ripstop, I'd use either one of those, but the shorts seem to be the winner. Let's see if I can get the fire going. I don't think so. I can probably get that going. The shorts Charcloth actually burned up before we had a chance to light the fire because we were talking so much. So we've got some more material. This is the same shorts, and we're going to go ahead and try to get this fire started. Here we go. Let's see if we can even get the terry cloth lit. I mean, look, the terry cloth is hardly even burning. We'll see if the ripstop ignites. Yeah, and it's likely, remember, it's just going to hold an ember, so it's not going to really ignite. Yeah, and you can see the shorts and the ripstop are holding some nice embers there. The terry cloth still won't even hold an ember. So that's what happens when you carbonize clothes. Now, all of these were made from cotton, but it's interesting to see how when you use them as fire starter, they behave differently. Here with the pants, it's a real tight weave. With the shirt, it's a little bit looser of a weave. And then with the terry cloth, it's very fuzzy. And it looks like the shorts or the t-shirt material, that's our winner if we're going to use it for fire starter. Our channel normally focuses on turning everyday items into carbon and showing you guys the amazing results. To see a more detailed view of the fabrics we carbonized today, check out this video.